Oh, Sarvadharmastapakatvam Sarvadharmaswarupakaha Acharyanam Mahacharyo Ramakrishnaaya Te Namaha. O establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Namaste, Pranam. Sri Ramakrishna addressing the question posed by a devotee from Manirampur. The devotees from Manirampur and Belgharia, they have come to meet Sri Ramakrishna in his room at Dakshineshwar, seeking his nectarine teachings. And this devotee had asked a question about how to realize God. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, for that, you have to undergo spiritual disciplines. Simply by saying there is God, there is God, there is God, you will not realize God. You will not have the God realization. Simply by saying there is butter in milk, there is butter in milk, there is butter in milk, you won't get butter. For that, you have to make an effort. You have to convert the milk into a curd. And then again, once that curd is set, no point simply saying there is curd, there is butter in this curd. You have to then churn the curd. You have to churn the curd, you have to put in your efforts, and then that delicious butter will float on top of the buttermilk in the churning pot. So Sri Ramakrishna says, put in efforts, practice spiritual disciplines, and then you will realize God. And once you have had the God realization, then walk the path of your worldly life. It is like putting on shoes and then walking on the road. Even if there are thorns and stones, they won't trouble you at all. They won't make any harm. They won't pose any harm. Once you have put on the shoes, then you can walk anywhere. You don't have to bother. Are there thorns on the road? Are there stones on the road? Are there pebbles on the road? Will they touch? Will they injure my foot? No. Now you are wearing shoes. So have God realization, Sri Ramakrishna says, by undergoing spiritual disciplines. And once you have had the God realization, then walk the path of this worldly life. Then nothing is going to harm you. Nothing is going to bother you. Now, another devotee, he puts a question of the necessity of a guru. This devotee asks, Sir, is it necessary to have a guru? Now, for practicing spiritual disciplines, one must need a guru. I mean, without guidance, how can one start progressing on the spiritual path? So Sri Ramakrishna says, yes, many need a guru. Without guru, it is like that tiger, the real tiger, catching hold of the goat tiger and telling him, hey, you are the man just like me. You are the tiger just like me. See your face in the water, see my face in the water. And then Guru opens the eyes of the disciple. Guru shows the way. So Sri Ramakrishna says, yes, many need a guru. But before that, a man must have a faith in Guru's words. Simply getting a guru is of no use again. One must have faith. And for that, Sri Ramakrishna had told that as is a man's meditation, so is his feeling of love. And as is man's feeling of love, so is his gain. This is what he had told us the other day. But faith is the root of all. You should have faith. You should have faith in the Guru's words, and then your meditation will become strong. As is the man's meditation, so is his feeling of love. As stronger the meditation becomes, the feeling of love for God also increases manifold. And as is man's feeling of love, so is his gain. And as the feeling of love for God increases manifold, he gets the vision of God, he gets the vision of Divine Mother. But at the base of this entire process, faith is the root of all. We must have faith. And here again, Sri Ramakrishna is telling us today that faith in Guru's words, faith in whatever Guru has asked us to perform, those spiritual disciplines, that faith is extremely necessary. One must have faith in the Guru's words. He succeeds in spiritual life by looking on his Guru as God himself. He should have that kind of faith in Guru's words that he should have the understanding that my Guru is everything, my Guru is God, and Guru is going to take me on to God. On this, there is that Kabir's Doha. Guru Gobind do khade kaake lagu paye. Guru balihari apano, ye Govind diye milai. Kabir had said that Guru and Govind, the Guru and God, both are standing in front of me. Now, who is great among these two? But then finally, Kabir says, it is the Guru who is great, because Guru has showed me the path to God. If Guru was not there, then I would not have reached the God. I would not have had the God realization. I would not have met the Govinda. So Guru is great. And Sri Ramakrishna says, one must have strong faith in Guru's words. The hardcore faith. That is what is most important, Sri Ramakrishna says. And therefore, Vaishnavas speak of Guru, Krishna and Vaishnava. Now in Vaishnava tradition, they revere Guru, Krishna as well as the disciple with the equal reverence. There is no high and low as far as the reverence offered to Guru, Krishna and disciple in the Vaishnava tradition. All three are at the same level. All three are to be revered. All three are to be given the respect in the same way. The Guru, the Krishna and the Vaishnava, the disciple. So with this, Sri Ramakrishna now keeps on telling us further many more ways of God realization. You have got a Guru, you have got a faith in Guru. Now what next? Sri Ramakrishna doesn't stop just by answering this question here, that yes, Guru is necessary. Guru, and not only that Guru is necessary, but the faith in Guru is absolutely necessary. The faith in Guru's words, the faith that Guru is the God, that ultimate faith, that hardcore faith, that strong faith is extremely necessary for realization, for the God realization and following the path shown by the Guru. Now Sri Ramakrishna starts telling the various means of God realization in today's age of Kaliyuga. Sri Ramakrishna says, one should constantly repeat the name of God, whichever name your Guru has given you. Guru tells you, okay, this is the mantra now, you repeat it, constantly repeat it. And then Sri Ramakrishna says here that one should constantly repeat the name of God. The name of God is highly effective in Kaliyuga. He says, don't consider name of God to be a trifle. Don't consider name of God to be a very a kind of just an ordinary process. Name of God in this Kaliyuga is highly effective, Sri Ramakrishna says. The name of God is highly effective in the Kaliyuga. The practice of yoga is not possible in this age, for life of a man depends on food. Again and again, Sri Ramakrishna tells us in Kaliyuga, following the path of yoga, which the sages of yore, they practiced, standing on one leg for years and years and years together, hanging upside down from a tree. All those yogic practices were possible at that point of time. In the Satya Yuga, in all other yugas where the body consciousness could be easily annihilated, could be easily ignored. People could come over the body consciousness. But today, our entire life depends on food, and it is not possible for us to get rid of that body consciousness. So we are not in a position to undergo those yogic practices, the strenuous yogic practices. We are also not in a position to follow the path of knowledge in its totality, because we cannot get rid of body consciousness. With this body consciousness clinging to us so strongly, we cannot say Aham Brahmosmi, we cannot say I am Brahman, I am Brahman. A slight discomfort and we start feeling pain in the body. Oh, my body, I'm having pain, I'm having this, I'm having that. How can we say I am Brahman? So all these paths, Sri Ramakrishna says, they are not prescribed for the Kali Yuga. What is the path for Kali Yuga? The path of Kaliyuga is chanting the name of God. Sri Ramakrishna says that chanting the name of God, practice of yoga is not possible in this age, for life of man depends on God. Chant the name of God. And Sri Ramakrishna says, while chanting the name of God, clap your hands. Clap your hands while repeating the God's name. And with the clapping sound, all the sins that you have committed in the life, they will start flying off. You will be free from all the sins just by clapping while chanting the name of God. And the purity will catch hold of you. You will get that element of sattva. And Sri Ramakrishna says that this is the effect of clapping when you chant the name of God. Chant the name of God is a must. While doing it, why just simply chant the name of God? Why just simply sing the glories? Clap your hands and let the sins fly away. Then Sri Ramakrishna says another way of God realization. One should always seek the company of holy men. The nearer you approach the Ganges, the cooler the breeze will feel. Again, the nearer you go to a fire, the hotter the air you feel. Sri Ramakrishna tells here, company of holy men. Chanting, these are his primary rules for God realization. Chanting the name of God and getting into the holy company, getting into the satsang. And Sri Ramakrishna gives an example of as we go nearer to Ganges, we start feeling the cool breeze of the air flowing from Ganges as we start coming nearer to the bank of the Ganges. So as we start getting into the company of holy men, we come nearer and nearer towards the feeling of God realization. Because we are surrounded by all those who have the same intense yearning for God realization. And we also get that fever, we also get that breeze that is flowing from the waters of the Ganges, that cool breeze. So the more you get into the holy company, the more we are nearer to God. And then Sri Ramakrishna gives that example. The more close you go to the hot, you go to the fire, the hot air will make you uncomfortable. The hot air you will feel more. So if you get into unholy company, you are going away from the God. You are getting into a hotter place rather than the cooling breeze of Ganges. So Sri Ramakrishna says, always seek the company of holy men rather than seeking the company of the worldly men. Worldly men will again keep on drowning you into the worldly attractions, into the worldly temptations. So get into the holy company and be nearer to God. Always keep on thinking about God. Always keep on chanting the name of God. So that is another thing. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, but one cannot achieve anything through laziness or procrastination. This is again a word of caution that Sri Ramakrishna is putting. You can never have God realization if you are lazy, if you have the nature of procrastinating. I will do it tomorrow. What is the hurry? I will do it next day. Laziness and procrastination, they have no standing on the path of spirituality, Sri Ramakrishna says. People who desire worldly enjoyment say about the spiritual progress, well, it will all happen in time. We shall realize God sometime or the other. Why hurry now? Why lose the opportunity of enjoying these worldly enjoyments? Let us enjoy these worldly attractions, these worldly offerings. Then a time will come, we will think about God. Sri Ramakrishna says, one can never have God realization with this laziness, with this approach of procrastinating the things. We will do it later. There is no later in the path of spirituality. Here and right now. Now is the moment that I must seek God. Now is the moment I must put my efforts towards God realization. Whenever that happens to happen, that will happen, fine. I should not waste a single moment in my efforts towards God realization. So that is the most important teaching that Sri Ramakrishna has given us. Laziness and procrastination, they have no standing on this path of spiritual development, on this path of spiritual realization. And then Sri Ramakrishna gives an example. He says, once I told to Keshav, I said to Keshav Sen, when a father sees that his son has become restless for his inheritance, he gives him his share of property even 3 years before the legal time. Supposing a son is supposed to get the inheritance from his father's property, say at the age of 18, and if the son is extremely restless, and if the father feels that, yes, now my son is capable, my son can handle things, even before attaining that legal age of 18 years, maybe 3 years ahead, at the age of 15, the father will give him the right to manage the property. Okay, I know you can do it. So Sri Ramakrishna says, the more you show your restlessness towards God realization, like that child, like that 15-year-old son of a landlord, he's showing restlessness. I can handle things. Give me an opportunity. And the father gives him the right to manage the property even before he has reached the legal age. Or Sri Ramakrishna gives one more example here. A mother keeps on cooking while baby is in bed sucking its toy. But when it throws the toy away and cries for her, she puts down the rice pot and takes the baby in her arms and nurses it. The mother might be busy cooking. Her child is playing, nicely playing with the toy and not making any noise. But the moment the child throws the toy and it starts remembering its mother, it becomes restless for his mother to come and take him. Then the mother, whatever work she's doing, if she's cooking rice, she will just take down the rice pot from the fire and rush to her son, rush to her child, rush to her baby, and take the baby in her lap and start nursing it. Likewise, the moment God sees that my child is restless for me, whatever other things God might be involved in, God will just leave those things aside and rush to the child who is so much restless. For that, we have to be restless for the God. For that, we have to have that yearning that Sri Ramakrishna always tells us. Be restless, have that yearning for the God realization, and God will come rushing down to you like that mother who comes rushing to her child and takes the child on her lap and starts nursing it. Or like that father who sees that, oh yes, now my son is so restless to manage the property and he can handle it properly. I know that. The moment father has that confidence, even before the son gets to the legal age of taking that inheritance, father will shower that inheritance to the child, to the son, even before he has attained the legal age. So even before the devotee attains certain stage on the spiritual path, God will come rushing to the devotee the moment God realizes, the moment God sees this restlessness, this yearning in the heart of the child. That is Sri Ramakrishna's great teaching today to us. No laziness, no procrastination, and yearning for the God. Be restless. Be restless for the God realization, and the Divine Mother will come running to her child. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swami.